Weather on 5 News.
Well, West Virginia is no exception to that excessive heat. We started to see those temperatures getting into the 90s earlier until we saw that line of storms move through the area. That really cooled us down, and now we are seeing calmer conditions now that those storms have moved through. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar loop from those storms moving through. You can see how that line moved very rapidly, and here come the storm reports. As that system moved through, we saw a lot of those downed power lines as well as down tree limbs and a lot of power outages as a result. Now, as we have progressed throughout the rest of the evening, things have calmed down a lot. We saw a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity in the wake of that system, but now that has started to push off to the east, and we're going to be dealing with mostly calm conditions for the remainder of the evening. We're just going to see some clouds moving through, and that'll generally be the case for tomorrow as well. But here are some of the rainfall reports we saw across the area. Grafton did have the highest total at 0.95 inches, and a lot of these are very remarkable in terms of the fact that this rainfall did not last very long. It was a very quick moving system, and we got pelted with this rain as that system moved through. Now, before we saw that rain, as I mentioned, we saw some heat. Now, here are some of the high temperatures that we saw in some of our big cities. As you can see, Buchanan had that temperature at 93 degrees, but that heat index was up to 98 degrees. Now, unfortunately, we don't have data on past heat indices, but here are some of the daily records that we have on record. And as you can see, Buchanan nearly beat their daily record of 95 degrees. That was set back in 1987. And how about Morgantown's record at 102 degrees set over 100 years ago? So our current temperatures right now have really come down from where they were earlier, and they really haven't budged much since that storm moved through. They've pretty much been hanging out in the low 70s and upper 60s. And that's pretty much going to be the case for the rest of the night. By the time we wake up tomorrow morning, those temperatures are not going to be moving that much, really just kind of wavering around the upper 60s and low 70s. As we progress into tomorrow afternoon, that heat is going to come back with a vengeance, and it's going to be as hot, if not hotter, than what we saw earlier this afternoon without any storms coming through to relieve us mid-afternoon. Some of these temperatures are into the mid-90s, and with that heat index, we could be seeing them getting into the triple digits. We were close to it today, and it's possible that we see it happening tomorrow afternoon. Monday, we finally get a relief from that heat. These temperatures are going to fall not just to average, but below average into the low 80s and even into the 70s. That's going to be due to a cold front coming through. So let's take a look at the futurecast here. We are going to see a little bit more cloud cover than what you see here, but we're likely to see some fog tomorrow morning because of the rain that we saw moving through the area. Clouds are going to be persistent tomorrow. We still may see a stray shower or two tomorrow afternoon, but it's not going to be like what we saw today. Now, as we approach Monday, that front's going to come in, bring those showers and thunderstorms, and what that cold front's going to do is it's going to stall over West Virginia for the remainder of the week. That's going to keep our temperatures below average and keep the chances of showers and storms in our forecast.